spent many years out in the desert and watching the sand blowing ever eastward. I thought when I retire I'm going to put plants in there to try and at least slow it down.
I'm Stephen Bruce. I work at Green Australia, Capital Region, and my role is the seed bank manager. So it's looking after all the seed that we use for restoration in the region. Well, Caring for Our Country project is it's a joint project between Botanical Gardens, Green Australia, and also CSIRO as well. But in terms of what we're doing, it's definitely split. So we've come up with this list of species that we need for seed, and in that then we've decided who would be best to grow what, but the Botanical Gardens has grown a lot of the endangered species or threatened species, and we've sort of gone for a lot of the stuff that can produce big quantities of seed, and also what we really need to get out there for re-veg work as well. There's quite a few of us who thought about it, what we really need across in the different re-veg sites, and particularly the Canberra airport as well. So that was the main driver for what we chose. So the plants in front of us, the Leucocrytium that grows at the airport, the bulbine lilies and the chocolate early also are going to grow out the airport. So that's what we really need big quantities of to do the re-veg work out there. So the volunteers are here today to they're basically putting in the bulk of the remaining seed production plant. They might not get it all done today, but they might get at least 5,000 plants in or so today, and then next week they'll get the remaining 5,000 plants in. Normally we're producing small amounts of this. We started off in seed production where we're only producing a few benches of polystyrene boxes filled with potting mix and growing a little bit of seed that way. But what's special about this is the bare numbers. So we're growing, up to 15,000 plants here in Aranda in seed production, and roughly 15 at the Botanical Gardens as well. Probably a couple of months. The Botanical Gardens are using in-ground systems where we're using raised garden beds. So we're going to get systems that are going to be here for quite a while, as where previously, with the lack of funding and things, people have just used polystyrene boxes, and in terms of long term it's not the greatest. They break down. So normally collecting seed can be quite hard on your back, especially the understory plants, if you're down on your knees for hours and hours collecting. So we thought, yeah, well, let's go raised garden bed. So then we just had to search around for something that would suit the project as well. So the mass almost you could grow vegetables in it. They're sort of one big long beds joined together.
Spent hours and hours and hours putting these things together. Little screws and nuts and bolts, and so fiddly. But we got quite efficient in the end. Me and my husband and just a few others were involved in just putting it from scratch, really, putting it all together. And we got very good at it. But I think it's very comfortable, like there's no bending. I think with all these thousands of seedlings to plant out, it'd get very hard.
A number of the people that are working here started off doing the digging and so forth, but as we've got older, we've got to the point where we can't actually do that, and so this actually is a wonderful...
Some of us don't.
Yeah, not all of us. I didn't say all. I said some of us have got... And rather than those people drift off and not be able to be part of the group, at least this gives us another opening to continue without going out into the field and doing the digging and the bending and the digging and the carrying of water.
Yes, and also you can put the garden beds under these gum trees, these yucks, and still have a good, nice garden where you couldn't have a bed before, so we can maximise the space. Yeah.
they're growing in a more natural environment because these are understory stuff that actually do grow under trees. So this is sort of a good option for that.
Yeah, lots of water and lots of soil.
Yeah, that was just that little section in there. Yeah. We ran out a bit. There's a bit of a gap there. Oh, they can run that. It's all right.
So Margaret, you're actually collecting seed here, aren't you?
Absolutely, yep.
So what are you looking for when you're looking around to collect seed?
Well, you can see what I'm collecting. So the fluffy heads, when they've ripened, see that's a head that's been already harvested. These seeds have been taken off it. So if we find one here somewhere, I can show you. There's 3 where the seeds have reached, or a couple where the seeds have reached a fluffy stage, and I can then just pull them off.
You know, it's just so nice to come here and know that you're valued and what you do is valued. In Greening Australia has all sorts of ways to show their appreciation. Not that we do it for that, but it's just you know, a little bit of feedback keeps people coming back, and that's really nice.
ACT is probably unique in a way, because we're in a city and there's so many retired people in the ACT, so there's definitely a lot of people who are keen to do a lot of work and are just eager to keep going out and doing tree planting or seed collecting, as where if you're in a country area you probably would struggle to find the numbers that we do here, so we're quite spoilt in a way, yeah, for volunteers.